Welcome to This Sports on This is Beirut. Today I'm joined by Homenetmen head coach Moujaes. Coach, welcome back to the show.
Hi,
Always
hello,
great to have
happy
you with
New
us.
Year, and thank you for having me.
Coach, it's been a roller coaster for Homenetmen this season. You started off strong, then dealt with some injuries and tough losses. Last weekend, you picked up a win
Yeah,
over
finally.
Batroun, although it was a tough one. How satisfied are you with the team's performance, and what do you think needs to be changed or adjusted moving forward?
Okay, like you said, it's been a roller coaster. We had a 6-0 straight wins, which was unexpected. And then we dropped after the injury of, as you know, the Tyler Bay is the main anchor of the team, and replacing him is not easy, and dealing with his injury was not easy at all. So he got injured in Shamville's game. We tried to cope with the injury, and the injury, lasted more. So we suffered against the other teams, Moujaes, Riyadi, and then move forward with Central as well. So changing Tyler Bay was not a great decision to take. So we had to maintain and go on a low maintenance of this problem until he's 50% back. And we played against Batroun with 50% of his efforts, and we could move forward with. I know it wasn't an easy win, but it's good. We got the win.
And you were one of the undefeated teams in the league this season, alongside the top two teams in Lebanon, Riyadi and Moujaes, until that Shamville game. Do you think Tyler's injury played a major role in losing that undefeated status, or did you just underestimate Shamville that night?
It's a bit of both. Before the preparations of game Shamville, we knew that Shamville is not practicing and things of that sort. And we had a great week preparations, but we were dealing with ourselves. We thought that we want to improve our game and things of that sort. Until 1 week before, Tyler Bay got injured. So he was sidelined for a week before Shamville's game. Before game Shamville, the doctors of the team cleared him to play. So they taped him and he was ready to play. In this game, if you recall well, we started well. Then Khalid Thomas got two fouls early, so I had to put him out. And then suddenly T-Bay got injured. And we're built on two imports playing the 4 and 5, so replacing them wasn't easy at all at that time. So we had to play with Tanyus IE, Peter, which undersized against Sims. So we lost the matchups and the team collapsed mentally. That's why, and Shamville made their shots, had a great game. So we collapsed at this game, and then we tried to gather ourselves in the upcoming games.
But how much of an impact did that loss have on the team? Because as you just mentioned, that you kind of underestimated Shamville because you thought that they're not practicing well.
Usually, whenever you face a contender, you put the elements, the key strengths, key weaknesses. Once we knew that they're not practicing and things of that sort, and maybe their coach is not there, so there's no more strategy. So we thought that it's supposed to be an easy ride. They turned that the players of Shamville were very hungry to perform. And lucky them, they came strong. They came together. They defended extremely well. They played an excellent game. I believe they played one of the best games of their season.
And as you just mentioned, Shamville has gone through a very difficult period recently. Reports of internal issues, players boycotting games, and even the possibility of withdrawing from the league. I mean, now things seem to be improving, but hypothetically speaking, if Shamville withdraws, what would that mean for the league, and what could happen for the players? I mean, is there a chance where they can join other teams with available spots?
Hopefully we will not reach the point where Shamville withdraws, but I believe the players do not hold responsibility on those things, and the players of Shamville deserve another chance with other teams. Hopefully the Lebanese Federation would try to manage this issue properly and make the legislations right so they can transfer during the season, which I believe till now it's going to be a hassle. It's not something easy.
And Ahmed Ibrahim has played a big role in some crucial games for Homenetmen this season. Although his numbers dipped slightly in the last game against Batroun, 7 points, 5 rebounds, 1 assist in nearly 24 minutes. What do you think of his performance so far? And what are some of the things that you're working on with him?
Okay, I believe Ahmad Ibrahim is one of the highest talent in the league. And I believe he's the man to play big games. He's not the guy who's ready to be consistent at all time. This guy is ready to play big games. You saw him against Moujaes dropping 30 and getting rebounds. You saw him against Riyadi dropping 30. You saw him against big games having great game. With not to disrespect any team, but against average teams, he's the guy to give for the team as well. So he thinks in those games other players can perform and can help the team, which is healthy for the team as well. So I don't believe it's inconsistency in his performance. I believe he manages his focus on those big games. I don't know why they always say that there are question marks on AIs. Dealing with the coaches, with the administration. He never showed late. He never had issues. On the contrary, he's helping his teammates to grow within this team. So he's helping me a lot as a coach to perform and to make others look better as well. I believe he's a special character. He's a strong character as well. And he needs some maintenance, some special things that you need to do with him, which is fine with me as a coach, and I can deal with it.
And last season, you invited Ahmad to join Homenetmen on this show. And now he's on the team. What's one thing
Oh
that
yeah,
you'd
I remember.
what's one thing that you'd like to see happen for Homenetmen this time?
Okay, I want to end up ending the goals right. So I want to have my wishes and my strategic goals being achieved. So I say I want to be in the finals.
So Homenetmen in the finals against which team do you think you'll be facing in the finals if you made it?
If everything goes like we're like in the standing right now, I believe Riyadi should be in the finals.
So you think the finals would be Riyadi and Homenetmen?
That's my wishes.
So Riyadi versus Homenetmen in the finals this time.
You know, I wished on your show to have Ahmad Ibrahim, and I have it. So let me wish one time in 2026.
We would love to have Ahmad Ibrahim on the show.
I think when he hears you, and I'll make sure that he will hear you, and definitely he'll be on your show.
And speaking of Ahmad, let's talk more about the national team. Ahmad is a great talent, as you just mentioned, but we're not seeing him on the national team. Why do you think so?
Okay, the coach of the national team, he looks at the elements that he thinks that can make the best synergy possible, and he needs to decide if he wants Ahmad or not. I believe Ahmad is a great talent. I believe Ahmad had his part in the national teams before. He had some ups and downs with the national team performance. He's a great asset to the national team. If Coach Ahmad wants a big guard that can play really well, the pick and roll, who can shoot, who can drive, who can do the ISO, he must look for Ahmad Ibrahim. I don't know Ahmad Ibrahim if he's still interested to play on international level. Some players look at Haik Yokjan. He decided to quit on the national team. So it's their personal and how their body is feeling, especially when they're a little bit aging right now. So they need to choose their performance and their body right.
Now, hypothetically speaking, if you were the national team head coach, would Ahmad Ibrahim be on your squad? Or do you think there are other factors beyond basketball abilities that would make it more complicated for Ahmad to fit into an all-star national team?
Frankly, I would go to him and I would ask him, "Are you really excited to join the national team?" And I would keep it I keep the decision for him. If he's willing to be devoted for the national team, he will be the first on my choice.
And what are your thoughts on the new naturalized player, Kenny Wotton?
Kenny Wooten, I believe he's a great fit for the national team. They need a rim protector. This is what Coach Ahmad wants, and we need to support Coach Ahmad's decision at all time. Because we don't have a real five in our squad, and when they decided that Ali Haidar is the five and let's get a four-man, with the absence of Haik Yokjan, it became essential to have a stretch four, and Dawson wasn't a great fit, so they went back to the traditional methods and get a five-man, knowing that we have Yo-Yo, we have Jihad Al-Khatib, can play the four now, so we're rich in this position.
This brings us to the end of this interview. Coach Moujaes, always great to have you with us.
Thank you, Hala, and Happy New Year for you and for all your listeners.
Thank you so much. Coming up next, a sport many still consider as just a fun activity is pushing for Olympic recognition. Could Padel become an Olympic sport? Let's watch this report. Padel, one of the fastest growing sports in the world, is now aiming to become an Olympic sport. Played in doubles on an enclosed court, Padel blends elements of tennis and squash and is easy to learn, social and spectator-friendly. That accessibility has driven explosive growth, with more than 30 million players worldwide and national federations expanding rapidly across Europe, Latin America and Asia. Padel is not yet an Olympic sport, but the International Padel Federation is officially recognized by the International Olympic Committee, a crucial first step in the Olympic pathway. If Padel is added to the Games, athletes would qualify through their national Olympic committees representing their countries under Olympic rules. Qualification would likely be based on international rankings, world championships, and continental events, with limits on the number of pairs per country to ensure global representation. The earliest realistic Olympic debut is Brisbane 2032, with decision expected in the coming years once Padel meets the IOC's global participation requirements. For a sport built on rapid growth, the Olympic dream is no longer far-fetched, it's procedural. That's all for this episode of This is Sports. Thanks for watching. Make sure to follow This is Beirut on all our social media platforms and check out our website for more episodes.